Hello, beautiful people. Now, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'm going to give you about 5 seconds to hit that subscribe button because if you don't hit that subscribe button, I'm going to be under your bed tonight, man. So I'm going to give you 5 seconds. Now, I appreciate it. Welcome to the Akoma show. We are talking about a multitude of things today. We got the Warriors, we got the Bill Belichick, we got Mike Tomlin, Grayson Waller getting into it with an Australian news reporter. It's a whole lot today. I would like to say, happy Wednesday. I hope you all are doing okay. I hope everything is going safe. I hope everyone's safe. I know it's hump day. It's hump day. We got 2 more days left to the weekend. I know some of you work on the weekends, so that don't really mean much. But also, I just want to say, stop living for the weekend. Make sure you got something to look forward to every day. Now, let's get into this first topic. Cody Rhodes and CM Punk, they will be meeting up. Cody Rhodes and CM Punk, they will be having a promo battle next week, to put it in wrestlers' terms. And kayfabe, they'll be having a confrontation, and I am so ready for this. If it wasn't for Monday Night Raw, I would be geeked up. But, I could wait for a Monday. You know what I'm saying? We got the weekend coming up. I could wait. But, they have to. You would think that they would have to bring up something in AEW. I'm excited for what that would be. And, these CM Punk things been kind of just teasing us for what's moving forward. He's been back for almost 2 months now. At about a week, it'll be 2 months now. And, all of his promos, everything that he's done so far, other than like his first appearance, has been just preparing us for what's moving forward. And, obviously the big thing is Royal Rumble. And I think it's obvious what needs to happen for CM Punk. But the only problem is right now is that CM Punk Seth Rollins is injured. Seth Rollins is injured. We don't know what's going on with him, and I'll talk about that in later. But I just think it's kind of weird that we have to just wait for these big events. We have to just wait for WrestleMania, Royal Rumble, Money in the Bank, SummerSlam, and we do have things to look forward to every now and then, such as CM Punk and Cody Rhodes promo battle, but we know we're not going to get too much out of this. We didn't get too much out of a promo battle with Seth Rollins and CM Punk. At least too much out of CM Punk. It felt like he was holding back. It felt like he's holding stuff off until those rivalries actually do happen and those feuds actually do happen, which I don't necessarily have a problem with. It makes sense. It makes sense because you don't want to give it all away. Imagine if MJF and CM Punk had that promo battle. Imagine if they had that promo battle, that epic one, and then after that they didn't feud for like another 5-6 months. Like, that would have been bad. That would have been bad for business. That would have been bad for the feud. It wouldn't necessarily have made sense. So yeah, CM Punk held back. I hope this doesn't necessarily happen with Cody Rhodes and CM Punk. It's very interesting to see where it will go. This is the go home show for Royal Rumble. So I'm sure it'll be all friendly and stuff. But I'm interested to hear what they got to say. I'm interested because I'm sure after this will be their last confrontation for a very long time, because Cody Rhodes has to make his way to SmackDown. But I'm interested. This is the go home show. Why not go all crazy? Why not give the internet something to talk about, as in an AEW shot or a lot of references to AEW? You don't have to necessarily bring it up, but you kind of got to reward the smart fans here. You got to reward the people who've been paying attention. So I would expect some AEW shots. I would expect some references. I would expect maybe some hints towards why Cody Rhodes left, some hints towards, the whole CM Punk situation there. And I'm pretty sure in CM Punk's view, he doesn't necessarily want to bring too much light to why he left AEW, because it may not paint him in the best of light to the casual viewer. But at the same time, who knows? It may even add to his character. He told us, at my worst, when pushed far enough, I'm Satan himself. So who knows? And I think when we do get that CM Punk heel turn, which I need it so bad. I need a CM Punk heel turn eventually. I think that will, that will come out, and we'll see that Satan himself. And for Cody Rhodes, again, this should be his last Monday Night Raw for a long time, or at very least his last confrontation with CM Punk, because I don't want to see him on Monday Night Raw after this. I want to see him on SmackDown, regardless if he wins the Royal Rumble or not. I'm sure he won't win the Royal Rumble, but he needs to be on SmackDown. He needs to be chasing Roman. I don't want to see The Rock versus Roman. I want to see Cody versus Roman. So, this will be something to look forward to. But, we'll see what happens. Now, Samoa Joe, he came out today, and this is more so a review of what happened last week and what I noticed for the first time since maybe the initial devil attack on Jay White. I'm very excited about AEW. I'm very excited about moving forward with AEW. And Samoa Joe came out. He looked like a star. He was in the suit, main event mafia type junk. Now, he was, he was cutting a promo, and then he, of course, got interrupted, such as when wrestlers do. He got interrupted by Swerve. He got interrupted by Hangman Adam Page, and I'm standing up now so I could talk more clearly. As y'all can see, I'm not really stuttering no more. Now, he got interrupted by those guys and basically setting up more feuds for the future. And, he stood on business with them. He stood on business, and I think we're going to, unfortunately, get one more Hangman Adam Page and Swerve Strickland match. The only thing I would want from that, the only reason that would work, the only way that would work is if we get a double turn. If somehow that match turns Hangman Adam Page heel and Swerve Strickland face, that's the only way I want a Swerve Strickland and Hangman Adam Page match. Then those two left. Then my apologies, Hook. My boy Hook, man. They even got like a little light fixture for Hook now, like as if he's Batman or something, which is pretty cool, adding something to his character, evolving his character a bit. So he came out, he walked around the ring, walked in, poked the championship, said 1 week. So that 1 week does land today. But, I think this is everything that MJF's title reign should have been. MJF title reign was amazing at first. It was amazing at first, like the heel side of MJF. It was amazing up until he met Adam Cole. That's to put it as simple as possible. It was amazing until he ran into Adam Cole. And I bring that up to say it's okay to establish future contenders, but don't have them lined up. Like if this was MJF, Swerve Strickland would get his championship match next week and then Hangman Adam Page the week after that. No, those are 3 feuds you can build up for about 3 months. You can build, like, even no matter what happened with Hook, you can build up to a rematch. You can lay some hints that Hook is going to be the one to dethrone Samoa Joe if you want to. You can build a comeback story with Hook because there is no way Hook is winning tonight. So you can build a rematch for that and show Hook's evolution, and now he has something to do for the next 5-6 months. Then with Swerve, he's a face now because if there is a Swerve and Hangman Adam Page match, it needs to be a double turn. It needs to be a double cross, double turn, whatever the saying is. So do that, and then you got 2 feuds right there. You got Samoa Joe is basically a tweener. He can be a heel, he could be a face. Just don't have him be a baby face. Just don't have him be some cookie cutter, friendship matters, but I'll cheat when it's plot convenient. No, have Samoa Joe be the badass that he is, and he can feud with anyone. He can feud with Hangman Adam Page. He can feud with Swerve Strickland, and it'll be amazing. So you got 3 feuds right there, laying the groundwork. Just don't rush it. Let these things process. Let these things build up. If you didn't know, this segment with Samoa Joe got them 125,000 viewers in the ratings. So people want to see Samoa Joe as the champion, And, I'm super happy for this man. I'm super happy for this guy. I've been watching him since TNA, and he never really seemed like he got I never really seen him get the chance to be the guy. He got a few championship reigns in NXT, I believe, but he never really got the chance to be the guy in the main roster, and now he is, and it's amazing to see. It feels sort of similar to when Dean Ambrose won the WWE Championship, or even a Kofi Kingston. It just felt like somebody who was looked past and finally got the chance, and, I just hope his reign is better than those two guys. With all due respect to them, those guys got did dirty, but Samoa Joe, you can't ruin Samoa Joe. Just let Samoa Joe be Samoa Joe, and people will watch, people will care, people will, like, evidently, and don't get me wrong, this may just be because it was his first segment as champion that he got all those viewers, but at least, let's just say you cut that in half, you still gain 60,000 viewers off just him talking. So again, just let him be himself, and things will be amazing. Don't overthink it like you did with MJF. That was just clearly overthinking it. The whole MJF, the second half of MJF's title reign was just clearly overbooking, overthinking it, and wearing him thin. So just let Samoa Joe be himself, and it will be an amazing reign. So, speaking of Samoa Joe, I believe he was talking to Fightful, or I'm not sure exactly who he was talking to, but he gave his thoughts on Brawl Out, or not Brawl Out, Brawl In with CM Punk and Jack Perry. He said it just wasn't that big of a deal to him, and, this stuff is normal. I'm probably paraphrasing there, but that's what he said. Samoa Joe is a cool dude. You could tell that Samoa Joe has seen a few fights in his day, whether he was a kid, whether he was in ROH, probably even in WWE. It's not that big of a deal. I remember seeing the picture of him, CM Punk, and a few refs taking a picture after their match. It was obviously after the match because CM Punk still had blood on his face. And yeah, it's not that big of a deal because things like that happen all the time in all kinds of workspaces and all kinds it happens. Even Tony Khan himself has said, like, I watched back, I believe even before the first Dynamite, there was a fight at a bar with all the wrestlers were there, and Tony Khan just said it wasn't even that big of a deal. So I don't believe that Tony Khan hasn't seen a fight before. I think Tony Khan was, this is lawyer talk, the whole I was in fear for my life thing, the whole fire will cause thing. I believe it was lawyer talk. I believe it was what he needed to say to get out of that contract, because CM Punk was obviously done with the company. They lost CM Punk. They wore him out, that with the unprofessionalism and the Young Bucks not wanting to meet him, and Heyman and Page never being punished, and all this and that, and then having to be the one to check Jack Perry. It was just all kinds of ridiculous. But even before Collision was even thought of, CM Punk was backstage at WWE making amends with Triple H and The Miz. So, they obviously had no choice but to let CM Punk go. Even Bryan Danielson has said it himself. He was like, it was obvious the guy just didn't want to be there anymore. So, you got to let him go. But at the same time, it's not like he didn't want to be there at first. People forget the first 9 months of CM Punk in the AEW was amazing. It's the best 9 months in AEW history. It just seemed like they were hitting on all cylinders, but CM Punk was the main catalyst. Like, he wasn't even just the cherry on top. He was the main catalyst. And I guess when something is so great up top, it makes everything else seem great, because I just remember those 9 months of AEW just fondly, whether it was Britt Baker, I almost said Sting, Darby Allin, Ruby Soho, not so Adam Cole, but things were great. Things were great at the time, and for those 9 months, it was amazing. But it soured as soon as that the Heyman Adam Page promo. And, I don't think it was necessarily the promo. I think it was the fact that nothing happened towards Heyman Adam Page after that. So you broke CM Punk. You broke CM Punk, and what happened. It is what it is, but it wasn't that big of a deal. And I think it's a false narrative that Tony Khan was in fear for his life, and he hasn't necessarily seen fights. Like, this man owns a football team. He owns 2 football teams, one American football and the other. So this man has seen fights before. He's seen fights in AEW before. I'm sure he wasn't in fear for his life, but he has to say it to make firing CM Punk not necessarily credible, but protect himself from being sued. And it's nasty. I still feel it's nasty the way they did CM Punk. And if it was up to Samoa Joe, he would have still been there. And this kind of confirms how I feel about Samoa Joe. Like, I feel like he can be their Undertaker. I could feel like he could be their locker room leader. And him having a title just gives weight to that. And I don't know how long Samoa Joe has as in wrestling, but it feels like, whether it's on screen, behind the scenes, he'll have something to do with wrestling for as long as he wants to. And the same with Undertaker. And I believe he can be that backstage presence, that backstage leader, that backstage, parent. If I believe if they had a set one, a lot of these problems in AEW would not be, so prevalent. Now, I'm not saying that they need to. Now, I'm not saying they need to have a wrestler's court, no toxic ass wrestler's court, but having a backstage, a leader, a locker room leader, as they would say, CM Punk would say, would help a lot, and it would solve a lot of the problems. And I think Samoa Joe is definitely the perfect candidate to do so. And that's that. Now, speaking of CM Punk, his possible WrestleMania opponent, Seth Rollins, probably most likely just fumbled the bag. Now, I will just say this, fingers crossed that it's nothing too serious, but this is, I know hindsight is 2020, and, this may be nasty, but at the same time, bro, what is Seth Rollins doing wrestling Jinder Mahal on a random episode of Monday Night Raw? I don't know who this was to get back at. I don't know who, why, what kind of filler this was, but they need to be on cruise control with Seth Rollins. If those back injuries are real, why are you doing dark matches on live television, bro? It's Jinder Mahal. He didn't even do anything to earn the main event match, and now you probably just ruined your night one WrestleMania match. Who knows? We haven't got the MRI yet, but Seth Rollins is somebody who's dealt with leg injuries in the past. I don't even know how he got this one. I believe it was off a moonsault. And again, it's just, why? Why? It's Jinder Mahal, bro. Nobody was itching to watch this match before Tony Khan was talking his bullshit. I just wish that they put Seth Rollins on cruise control. It's not cool to be the work rate champion. It's cool to make the moments, and they need to find the they need to find a balance between. There is a balance between being Seth Rollins and defending the title 3 times a month, or 4 times a month, and being Roman Reigns and defending it 4 times a year. There's a difference. And they know that difference, and I'm not sure why. I'm pretty sure this is probably something that Seth Rollins wants. He wants to be the workers champion, and that's amazing. That could be great. Be the Intercontinental champion if you want to do that. Be the United States champion if you want to do that. But you're the world champion. You got a potential legendary night one main event scheduled, and you're going to jeopardize that for a match with Jinder Mahal. And it's just, why? Why? It's ridiculous. It's dumb. It's and I guess I'm more so upset because I am a CM Punk fan, and I do support Seth Rollins as well. And y'all was about to kill 2 birds with 1 stone, main event, and 2 guys who desperately want a main event. And it sucks. It really sucks. And Seth Rollins isn't who he was 10 years ago. If we're going on about 10 years since he blew out his completely blew out his knee against what was that, Kane in a dark match. And you as you get older, your body stops healing so fast. You can only do so much with that wear and tear. He's already talking about retirement a couple months ago. Chill out. You don't need to be working these matches against Jinder Mahal, bro. Like, relax. Relax. I could see it. If it was Jey Uso, I wouldn't have a problem with it. If it was Drew McIntyre, I wouldn't have a problem with it. But why Jinder Mahal, bro? Why Jinder Mahal? Why? I don't get it. And, maybe I shouldn't get too upset yet because we just, we haven't got the MRI back yet. But this is your sign to wrap this man in bubble wrap and just put him on cruise control until early April. Can y'all do that? We're in mid-January right now. You got 2 months to keep this man safe until night 1. Put him in some tag matches. Put him in some segments. He doesn't need to wrestle every week. He needs to, there's no March pay-per-view, I don't believe. You got Elimination Chamber. He should not compete in the Elimination Chamber. There's no way this man is competing in the Elimination Chamber, bro. He better not. He better fucking not. Because you can't trust this man not to do some dumb move. So, no. He's an AEW fan's dream. Save him from himself. Save him from what the fans want. Keep this man safe. Wrap him in bubble wrap. And we got a special all-time classic on our hands in about 2 months, 2.5 months. Hunter, Triple H, I'm talking to you, bro. Keep this man safe. And we got money. We got an all-time classic. We got something I'm hyped about. Like, I would have been hyped about Rock and Austin. Now, I'm not saying I'm not saying Punk and Seth Rollins are Rock and Austin. I'm not saying they Rock and Cena. But since Rock and Cena, what main event between two single superstars have we been excited for like this much? Not Roman and Brock. Not Cody and Roman. Not, I don't even know. Who else? Who else has Roman faced? This dude has hauled every main event since. But, these two, you got two legends who you can knock out two birds with one stone with this. So do not mess this up. Do not overthink it. Do not overbook this man. Again, take this as a sign to wrap this man in bubble wrap. Okay, Hunter? Okay. All righty. Now, Andrade, as Jim Cornette would say, he's officially, I won't say officially because, it is the internet, it is wrestling media, and we never know, but it's being reported by multiple sources in the wrestling media that Andrade is in talks to return to WWE. Now, this was basically a foregone conclusion. This man was literally punching people in the face to get out of AEW, and I can't blame him, man. I don't know what happened in his first run in WWE. I don't know what happened in his run in AEW. He had one of my favorite matches in AEW. If you haven't seen it, Andrade versus Pac, I believe, on Rampage, like sometime in 2021, September 2021. Look it up. An amazing match. Terrible ending, but amazing match. His booking has been everywhere. For some reason, Rusev's wife is his manager. It doesn't necessarily make sense every time I see him. He has a new teammate or a new manager. It didn't make sense. And I wonder what he's going to do. Maybe he'll join Santos Escobar. I don't know. But he's an amazing talent. It was reported that Charlotte kind of pressured the WWE to bring him back, and that's her husband, that's her hubby. That's what's up. That's what's up. I believe he is world title caliber. I'm assuming he'll go to SmackDown. I'm assuming he'll work with Rey Mysterio when he comes back. I'm assuming, again, Santos Escobar. I'm assuming he'll work with the LWO. He's a heel, and every time I've seen him, he's been a heel, so I can't imagine him anything but. So I highly doubt he'll join the LWO. Carlito, him versus Carlito, that would be amazing. I could see some matches with him and Austin Theory. LA Knight would be amazing. Him and Randy Orton would put on a banger. Woo! Could you imagine Andrade and Randy Orton? Because although Andrade is very much loved by the AEW audience, and Randy Orton is so anti-AEW in their work style, Andrade can work this way, and Triple H is ahead of booking. So those two in a feud, whether it was for a title or just, it needs to be for something. Don't get me wrong, because it's not necessarily anything, like personal that I could think of with these two, or anything else you could put online. But I would think like a contenders match would be between, like, something that'll raise the stakes and makes, because I know that these two can put on a great match. I know that Randy Orton could sell. I know, but I'm fantasy booking right here, but there's so many possibilities with Andrade in WWE, and it's for the better. Now, I will say that this may be Andrade's last chance in the eye of the viewer, and because at this moment, his perception is the fact that he's left two companies because it didn't work out for him. Now, if it happens a third time, you got Triple H back, we kind of got to look at you. So, this is kind of, a make or break for Andrade, and you can't just keep leaving every time it don't necessarily work out for you. I mean, it ain't like he's begging out of his contract or running amok or causing problems backstage. He works his whole entire, well, actually, yes, he did. He was punching people in the face. What am I talking about? But, yeah, we'll see. It's make or break. I believe in him, and, he's an amazing talent, and it would be amazing to see. So, now, NFL, Grayson Allen. Let's talk about Grayson Allen. If you don't know, WWE will be going to Australia in next month in 2024, of course. And sorry, my apologies. So WWE will be going to Elimination Chamber. WWE Elimination Chamber is coming up, and it's the next pay-per-view after Royal Rumble, and they'll be in Australia, I believe. And, they're doing promotion. They're starting the promotion early. They're selling a huge stadium. I believe they're close to selling out. I believe they're close to, like, they're doing a lot of numbers there. And, they're starting the promotion early, which makes a lot of sense. And somebody who's from there, Grayson Waller, I keep wanting to say Grayson Allen, but Grayson Waller, he and LA Knight were on a news, sort of like a Good Morning America type of deal. And, what happens often with these guys and these performers, such as rappers, such as comedians, such as wrestlers, they get tested. They kind of get their profession made fun of, and that's what kind of happened here. I'm really confused about what was really going on. Honestly, I can't tell if it was scripted or not, or if this was planned or not, but it didn't necessarily seem so. The employees, or I call them employees, the news station, or the TV host, that's the name for them. They didn't necessarily seem too worried or too pressed or too afraid of what could happen to them with this dude being upset. And they were kind of joking, telling him to hit his finisher on them. And, LA Knight is keeping his cool, but Grayson Waller is getting upset. Like, Grayson Waller is getting big. He ready to fight. He getting in some backstage performer, or not backstage performer, but backstage worker came up and said, like, squared up with him. He's tried to squabble with Grayson Waller, and Grayson Waller stood on business. He, again, he didn't do anything. Now, it makes me think of when Hulk Hogan choked that other TV host out. I believe he busted the back of his skull, and I think Hulk Hogan really got sued for that. So, you of course want to avoid that. And it also made me think of Russell Westbrook. He called down a fan who was talking shit. Then the fan stood on business. And then when he said what he said to him, Russ ain't do nothing. He just told him to sit his ass down. Like, bro, if you go stand up, you kind of got to do something. Now, Grayson Waller, he did stand on business. He got in their face. But, ain't really much out that really happened. I don't know. I don't really look at Grayson Waller as a tough guy. I don't really expect him to do much. But it's like, they kind of playing with you, cuz, you know what I'm saying? Me personally, I wouldn't let him talk to me that kind of way, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't let him make fun of my profession. He probably got to get dropped on his neck. Me personally, you got to get that work. You got to get work. You joking on my profession. This what I pay my bills with. This what I feed my family with. You know what I'm saying? This gave me a lifestyle. This pay for my house. This pay for this and this pay for that. So you joking about it, I kind of got to drop you on your neck. But, none of that really happened, and, it was really just awkward. I would love to be a fly on the wall for when the camera's cut off. So, after that, Grayson Waller sat his ass down. They cut to a different, segment or whatever. The woman thanked them for coming. I don't know if this was real, bro. I don't know if this was real. I highly doubt it. And, I think if Grayson Waller really wanted to, he could. Who knows, man? These big, tough dudes don't really know how to fight all the time, Like, I don't know. Can they throw a punch? You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of these dudes, they don't know how to fight for real. They just look big. And for real, you could take a lot of these big dudes. I wouldn't test it personally. You listening right now, I wouldn't test it. Because you never know. And you don't want to find out physically. So, I wouldn't test it. But, as somebody who's been in fights with stronger people, they don't always know how to fight. Most of the time, they don't know how to fight. So, who knows what Grayson Waller was really, who knows if this was real or not. If it was scripted, you got people talking, bravo. I don't know if it's necessarily the press you want, but all press is good press. So, that's what's up. Now, NFL media, man. It's nasty how they do these players because they really treat these players that like they're not, like they don't have feelings, that like they don't got stuff going on, as if they're not celebrities or if they're not human. And if you don't know, Jason Kelce, brother Travis Kelce, Hall of Fame offensive lineman for the Philadelphia Eagles. They recently took an L. Their season is over. His season is over. He's in Cancun with my Bengals, my Cincinnati Bengals. And he's been thinking about retiring for a very long time now. He's up there in age. I believe he's about 36, 38. And after the loss, it was reported that he was telling his teammates that, yeah, bro, that's it. I'm done. And, I can't blame him if he did say that because, it's a tough loss, man. This team started off 10-1, and I believe they ended up losing 6 or 7. And it's tough. It's tough. If this was my team, I don't know how I'd deal with it, let alone being a player for the team. So he came out on his own podcast, and this is why it's beautiful that these players have their own platforms now because they can say what they feel. And I'm sure he did say that I'm pretty sure he was telling his teammates that he's retiring. I'm pretty sure he was crying on the field. He was crying, it looked like he was crying in the locker room, and then when he speaks to the media, and what you could say whatever you want about these journalists and media personalities, but they would not ruin their reputation. They would not ruin, because when it comes to journalists and stuff, and when it comes to even me, I don't look at myself as a journalist, but a commentator. All you can do is trust me. All we really got, all I have with my listeners and the people who listen to me is trust. So once that trust is gone, it's over. So I don't think they will lie about something like that. Now, Jason Kelce did clear something up. Him and his brother have a podcast together, and he cleared up that he's thinking about it. He don't know yet. He hasn't come to a clear conclusion. Now, me personally, I would think that he would come back for one more season. I don't know any player who wants to go out like that, man. They went out bad. The tush push got exposed. His whole team got exposed. Jalen Hurts got exposed. It was bad. It was bad. They got blown the fuck out. You can't go out like that, bro. Come on, bro. You got a little bit fight in you. You got to, bro. That's tough, man. And, you got a Super Bowl in 2017, but I'm sure you want more. I'm sure you want one more. Your brother got 2 on you. He got Taylor Swift, and it seems like you don't really want that lifestyle, but you can't let your brother go out with one more than you. You can't. And I don't know how much time Travis Kelce even got left on his body. You a Cincinnati legend. Both of y'all are Cincinnati legends. So, you know what I'm saying? But I respect y'all. But you can't let your brother go out with one more than you, especially when you got a Super Bowl caliber roster. And, your coaches is getting a lot of scrutiny right now. But you had one bad season. You can't retire after that. I understand you getting up there in age, but come on, man. You got to make a comeback. And this is me. I'm a Bengals fan. You know what I'm saying? Like, now, I'll be fair. To be fair, if you were on the AFC, I would be telling you to retire. If you were for the Steelers, nigga, I would have told you to retire after the Super Bowl. But Yeah, you might as well come back for one season. If you think about it, that's all you need to know. You're thinking about it. So come back for another season, big bruh. You know what I'm saying? Actually, uh, do that shit out of spite. If it was me, I'm doing that shit out of spite just to the media, like Tom Brady. You gotta show these this media, man. They did the same thing to Andrew Luck, got him booed in his own field. They ruined it for Tom Brady. The media is nasty, and you got to do this shit out of spite. And for the next 17 games, think about how the media try to ruin your surprise or ruin your retirement or ruin your last game, man. Man, fuck that. Fuck that. You can come back. You could come back. You got 17 more games in you. You could do it. You could do it. And I'm saying this as a Dallas Cowboys hater, so you could come back one more season, big bro. Now, Mike Tomlin. Speaking of coming back, pause. Mike Tomlin announced to his players on the I almost said Cincinnati, Pittsburgh Steelers that he's coming back for one more season. And oh my god. Now, as a Bengals fan, I'm not sure whether to be happy or mad about this because it tells you one thing: this team is at least going 9-8. This team is at least gonna have a winning record. And as someone who is in the same division as this man, it's sad. It's sad because this team is gonna continue to be in purgatory. I know. I grew up with a lot of Steelers fans. Weirdly enough, that our biggest ops also have a lot of our fan base and their fan base, and it is weird, but I've called him Mike Rivers, Doc Tomlin. He's the Doc Rivers of the NFL. He's always gonna be good enough to get you to the playoffs, but for some reason, when it comes to money time, this man, his teams always fold. It's always some backstage or some locker room problems, whether it's Antonio Brown, Le'Veon Bell, one of the Pouncey brothers, Big Ben, Montavious Bryant, was that his name? The guy who got kicked out of the NFL. Whether it's Chase Claypool and now George Pickens, there's always some problems, and the one common denominator is Mike Tomlin. And it was the same with Doc Rivers, whether it was Chris Paul, Blake Griffin, DeAndre Jordan, the damn lemon pepper Lou Williams. It's always a problem with Doc Rivers teams. Ben Simmons. It's always a problem with Doc Rivers teams, and who's the common denominator? Mike Tomlin, Doc Rivers. They're the same person. They are living off one championship 20 years, damn near 20 years ago when I was in fucking middle school. And y'all keep giving these dudes praise for something they did 17 years ago. Now, me personally, I see right through it. I'm pretty sure y'all be good assistant coaches. And, black man to OG black man, I appreciate y'all. Again, like I said in my last video, the representation is amazing. I appreciate it. It's amazing seeing that representation in y'all, and I'm sure it's great to have somebody who looks like you lead the dogs. But at a certain point, there comes time for a new voice. Like, again, you haven't won a playoff game in 6 years, and I'm pretty sure you made the playoffs all those years, I believe, except one. You've had a winning record every year in 17 years, but what does that mean? You ain't made a conference championship in I don't know how long, bro. Like, it's time for a new voice in Pittsburgh. It's time to start over. It's time to blow it up and actually rebuild, start over, stop being in purgatory, stop being good enough to get there, but bad enough not to do anything when you're there. I can't live like that, me personally. But y'all do you. Pittsburgh is we'll see y'all next year. We coming back for everything, man. Joey B coming back for everything, man. Returning the fucking Jedi, nigga. Damn, man. Fuck the Steelers, nigga. Keep fucking Mike Rivers, fucking Doc Tomlin, nigga. Fuck that nigga. Fuck the whole Steelers, bro. Fuck all y'all niggas, man. All right, Bill Belichick. Will Bill Belichick be going to the Dallas Cowboys? That would be ideal if you're a Cowboys fan, I would imagine. Now, there is other candidates out there, such as a wild card like Nick Saban or a Jim Harbaugh maybe. And, again, is candidates, but you would think that the top of the list is the greatest coach of all time. But his reputation, you have to imagine, has taken a knock since Tom Brady left. And, it's nasty way to think about it because Tom Brady did go to a team that was playoff ready and led them to a Super Bowl, but then really didn't do much after that. And he was left, Bill Belichick was left to rebuild an entire roster, and he hasn't had a solid QB since. And I do think unfairly and somewhat fairly his reputation has taken a hit. I believe he's still a great coach. I believe he can take someone who's been struggling but has a contending ready roster like he's looking for and take them to a Super Bowl. I know he can. But, who is that team? Who is that team? Is it the Cowboys? Is it the Eagles? I'm pretty sure that they're thinking about getting rid of Sirianni after one fucking bad season. Is just ridiculous. But that's what the rumors are, that they're thinking about getting rid of that man. So who knows? But yeah, I think I think anyone would be foolish to think that Bill Belichick don't got tremendous value and shouldn't be at the top of the list. Now, who knows? Who is it even confirmed that Jim Harbaugh's leaving Michigan? Is it? I don't even know. But Bill Belichick is, again, the greatest football coach of all time. So him and the Dallas Cowboys were, they get the most media attention, deservedly or not. It's not deserved. Let's just be honest. But who knows what he can bring out of Dak Prescott. I don't know. I don't see much in Dak Prescott. I don't see what other people see in Dak Prescott. But I would think that if anybody can figure out Dak Prescott, it is Bill Belichick. So we'll see. We'll see where he goes. I'm excited to see where he goes. I would hope he goes to the NFC. The Bengals do not need any more competition, man. We don't need any more competition. This guy fucking CJ Stroud just came out of nowhere and lit the league up and lit us up in Joe Burrow's last full game. So, yeah, we don't need any more competition. The AFC is good. It's fucking stacked. I believe if the Bengals were in the NFC, we would be in the playoffs right now with a 9-8 record. But nope, we're 9-8 and we were last in our division and we didn't make the playoffs because the fucking AFC is hectic and it's hell, and I'm tired of fucking competition. I'm just tired of it. Aaron Rodgers then came over since we made the Super Bowl. Fucking Russell Wilson that came over. I believe they got Khalil Mack and over there in LA. But I know he isn't the old Khalil Mack, but still, like, the point stands. All these fucking brand names want to come to the AFC as soon as we start seeing the damn Bengals make it to the Super Bowl. It's like, oh, let's go to the AFC. It must be wide open. Like, nah, fuck that. Nah. Stay where y'all at. Go to the NFC where there's no fucking competition at all. I believe the top seed or the second seed just got eliminated. I don't even know who the top seed is. The 49ers. Like, come on, bro. Brock Purdy is, like, probably the best quarterback. Nah, I'm not going to do that to Jared Goff. But, the top seed has Brock Purdy as their quarterback, bro. Like, that's what's going on in the NFC. Bill Belichick, if you want a Super Bowl, if you want to stick it to Robert Kraft, Tom Brady, and all the other Boston fucks, win a Super Bowl with the Dallas Cowboys. You will be looked at as a fucking legend, bro. The person to bring a Super Bowl to Dallas Cowboys will get a statue in Canton, nigga. Not just in Dallas, not in Arlington. Nah, the NFL will love you. ESPN will definitely love you. Skip Bayless will fucking get on his knees for you. Bro, that's where you want to go. If you worried about your legacy, go to the fucking Dallas Cowboys and make Dak Prescott an MVP. That's what the NFL wants you to do. Now, we'll see. We'll fucking see. One last topic, and then I'm fucking out of here. The fucking Golden State Warriors, as if my sports life couldn't get any worse. I'm a CM Punk fan, and, it's finally working out for me there, but it's been hell the last 8 years. I'm a Bray Wyatt fan, and God rest his soul, I miss him so much. I'm a Bengals fan. My fucking quarterback keeps getting hurt because my O-line turns into fucking turnstiles as soon as they join the fucking orange and stripes. And now I guess I can't complain too much because Steph Curry did get that championship. He did get that Finals MVP. I can't complain too much. I shouldn't complain at all because Steph Curry did get that championship. But Jesus Christ, man, what is going on over there? I knew what it was when they traded Jordan Poole for fucking Chris Paul. Now, did Jordan Poole need to go? Of course. He didn't want to be there. He was being a brat. He got punched in the shit, and he was being a brat. Now, I get it. Being punched in your shit on camera and live, it being everywhere and motherfuckers sharing it, and you got to look at that motherfucker yell at you about plays and shit. It can be traumatic. I get it. But my nigga, you a grown ass man, but I suck that shit up and challenge that man to a boxing match. You know what I'm saying? Like me personally, if I was Jordan Poole, man, I'd be training like fucking Rocky. Nah, I'm not getting up jump shots. Nah, nigga, I'm working on my uppercut. Motherfucker, like you about to see me. Nah, I ain't working on no drills. We about to do a drill, nigga. Fuck you talking about? Nah, you ain't about to run me off the block. You ain't about to run me off the team, nigga. Nah, we go keep throwing hands until I feel like I'm satisfied with the results of our fight. But no, this nigga's in Washington right now, and fucking now fucking Chris Paul is on the team, and Chris Paul is an amazing player. He's one of the greatest PGs of all time, but he can't compete. He never could. He can't stay healthy, let alone a 40-year-old Chris Paul. I don't know what the fuck they were thinking. Bob Myers left us and his whole fucking shit fell apart. Steph Curry don't even look like he want to be there no more. This man getting called out by SGA. Fucking, damn, man, that's all bad. Klay Thompson's washed. Draymond Green is a criminal. Andrew Wiggins got his soul taken. I don't know what happened to him. This man living out a goddamn Space Jam plot. They took all his powers away. What is going on with the Warriors, bro? Steve Kerr might be returning soon. They crying on the phone, listening to Drake together, man. It's all bad in Golden State. And I love these dudes, man. These dudes been dominating the league since I was in like a freshman, bro. Since I was in 8th grade, man. It was good while it lasted, but damn, Steph. It's hard to see. Damn, Clay. What's going on? Dre, it's not too late to join the WWE, bro. God damn. You costing the team with all these technical fouls and suspensions, man. Come on. But damn, man, it's over, man. The dynasty is over. For the Warriors to even compete in the next 5 years, somebody got to get traded. Somebody got to retire. But Andre Iguodala already retired. Draymond Green got grays in the beard, and this nigga then turned into Stone Cold Steve Austin. Stephen Curry barely, he's getting boxed and won, and he can't even get a clean shot off no more because everybody just know Clay washed ass is over. And I love Clay to death, man. I could slander Clay. Y'all better not slander Clay. I'll beat y'all ass if y'all slander Clay. But this man is washed. It's over, man. He can't even play defense no more. He can't put a hand up. He can't sit in the chair no more. His legs are fried. He got them great value knees. It's over. It's over, and it's very fucking sad to watch my Golden State Warriors go through this. And when I say my Golden State Warriors, yes, I lived through the 2016 NBA Finals. I lived through the 2019 NBA Finals. I was there for the 2020 season. I was there for the 2021 season. I was there when Klay Thompson tore his ACL. Okay? I was there when Steph Curry playoffs almost got injured because he messed up his knee. I was there. Now, I know this sounds like some bandwagon and stuff, but you got to also understand that I was a Lakers fan until fucking LeBron came over and traded all our players away. So, yes, I can be a bandwagon. I was there for Byron Scott with the Lakers. I was there for Airball and Kobe. I can be a bandwagon. I don't want to hear about that shit. I can do it. I can choose. I was a Bengals fan during the Andy Dalton era. If anybody can be a bandwagon, it's me. I'm a Cincinnati Reds fan. If anybody could be a bandwagon in basketball, it's me. Y'all all went to the Lakers. I was a Kobe fan. And I didn't get to see Kobe until he tore his fucking Achilles. And now he's gone. He's dead. And I don't get to see Kobe. I don't even get to see a Hall of Fame speech. If anybody could be a bandwagon, it's me. My favorite player died before he could do a Hall of Fame speech. If anybody could be a bandwagon, it's me. My quarterback just tore his ACL in his MCL, his leg got snapped in half like a spork, like somebody in a school lunchroom. If anybody could be a bandwagon, it's me. If anybody could be a bandwagon Stephen Curry fan, it's me. And I dare one of y'all to say something about it. Because I'll pull up. Fuck these sports, man. Damn, why it got to be so hard? Why? Just play defense, shoot the ball, do what you're good at. Now, that's been the Akoma Show. If you like this style of me talking where I just go from topic to topic and then just cut it up, if you didn't see it, if you sat through this whole thing, I appreciate you. I fuck with you, okay? If you did it, I appreciate that. And it felt good to get that last part off, man. It did. This life has been tough. This Steph Curry fan life, this Cincinnati Bengals fan life, it's been tough. So I appreciate you guys. And again, if you sat through this whole thing, I really love you. I love you. So y'all have a beautiful night. Like the video. Show me that y'all like this concept, the way I'm doing this thing. Like the video. Have a beautiful night. Sub that. I don't know. Actually, I don't know if I can say that no more. But sub to the channel. Join the squad. Have a beautiful night. Sub that. Damn, I almost said it again. Jesus Christ. I'll see y'all tomorrow for episode, what would this be, 10 for the Akoma Show? Check out my other interviews, man. I started off doing podcasts, like interview stuff. But, like the video. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Have a beautiful night. Peace.